Hello friends, today I am discussing another topic which is key to get promotion and the office politics. So everybody likes to get promotion in their career and everyone wants to don't want to be a victim of the politics which is happening in the office. So this is the requirement. So basically this intention of this video is to give the idea how to get promotion and don't be a victim, how to protect yourself from the office politics. So agenda is this, and let us understand what is office politics. So office is also a part of our society. So if you have the clarity on what exactly politics and how politics happens in this world, it is for us, it is easy to understand the office politics too. Politics is actually happens in two ways. That is, one way of politics is that getting close to the person who have the authority. So in office sense, the manager and top manager, those are the people who has the authority. So getting close with the people and getting things done this is the one kind of politics. But this is the more relevant politics over office. Anyway, I told there are two politics. I will touch the other politics too. There is another politics, that is getting connection with the people in their level. If you are a worker, getting connected with the worker and being a leader of worker. It is kind of trade. The factories, the trade unions. The politics is to get well with the workers same level and form a group and competing with the person who have the authority. So two type of politics in my view. There might be many things, but according to me, to my understanding, there are only two kind of politics. One is trying to get closer with the authority, not considering whoever is working along with them or doing something against to the workers of their level and getting close with the management. Another is as a group, as a union, competing with the authority to get the things. So what happens at the factory level, trade union level, I am not going to discuss because it is more of software company level how to get the promotion. So I am not much experienced in the factory level setup. So I am not going to touch the second part. That is how the politics happens in the factories and how the trade union and all those things I am not touching at all. But my intention is to cover only to tell how the politics happens at the company software level and who have the authority and how people are trying to get closer to the person who have the authority and what are the dirty games have been played into get into that area. So now actually I will give what are the topics I am going to touch in this discussion, rather than people who don't want to listen hereafter can leave the video, because the points what I am going to cover is that how the people who are actually doing politics successfully and their characteristics. This is the first point I am going to touch. And what should be done by the people who are not interested in politics. That pointing I am telling, is it really politics required? And fourth thing I am going to discuss is that if somebody got affected or somebody are victim of this office politics, what ideal thing they can do. And another thing, we always in the politics, we always speak about the authority, management and all those things. So we need to understand to a certain extent who are them and what is their characteristics. So these are the 5 topics I am going to cover. And so hereafter people who have interest on these topics only can proceed, otherwise we can leave. There is nothing more than that I am going to discuss. So first, let me start with the first thing. Who gets success in the office by doing the office politics? So when I do say office politics, it perceived to be a negative thing. To be frank, it is not a negative. Ideally, everyone should have the ability to do the politics and should succeed. And instead of saying I am not interested in politics and all those things, in simple terms, what is politics is getting closer to the authority through work. The politics can be considered bad when only when getting close to the authority, not doing the work and only doing the personal favor to the manager. Example, instead of working for a manager, doing his home job or identifying his weakness and providing support for that weakness is the dirty politics. There is no doubt that such kind of politics is definitely bad. But at the same time, once after doing the actual work assigned to them, you and informing or informally informing or communicating to the manager that I have done this. This is also considered to be a politics, because ideally the top management should understand your work only through the proper channel. If you consider, if you are a junior level employee, you have the team lead. On top of that team lead, manager is there. On top of manager, delivery manager is there. When the promotion and such things comes, the manager and delivery manager are the one who decides who should be promoted and who shouldn't be promoted. So when you provide certain information, and if you advertise or you inform the manager bypassing one level, that is, if you are a junior level, you bypass team lead and you give the idea that what you have been doing in the office to delivery manager and manager, it is also politics, and it is I don't say it is required or not required. If certain people does it, it is fine. They are propagating their own thing and they are advertising, they are selling themselves. No one can say it is wrong. But if they does only this thing, no one say can they are doing certain harm to others. But certain times the people who tries to advertise or sell themselves, not only sell themselves, instead they make impression like that who are working along with them are not capable enough to their level, and they are superior to the team. They try to make the impression that they are the one who is very high talented compared to other people in the team. For that, what they does is that for here they used to play the dirty politics. There are many dirty politics. I can't tell all those dirty politics, but what kind of dirty politics and whatever dirty politics I have come across my life, I am explaining so that you can get a picture how it usually happens. You will get a picture. First thing what they used to do is that once after they join the organization, rather than doing the actual job, they try to understand the organizational structure. Who has really authority? In the organization, it is not the delivery manager or manager who has the authority. Actual authority actually lies somebody else. Please note this point, I am repeating. In the organization, hierarchy would be the delivery manager and manager, but informal manager or informer should be there in the team. They are the one actually gives the information to the top management informal way. The formal way of passing information is team lead, and informal way of passing the information, always in any team there is some person. Actually management only develops such people without knowledge of the hierarchy. So these people always try to identify the person who is that informal spy in that team. Once after identifying that team, this is their ability. You should understand, not everyone have that such ability. By understanding what happens around them and the relation with the team, there are many things, they easily identify who has the informal communication with the manager. Actually, this informal person basically tries to get the input from the team and try to pass informal message to the managers. So this person tries to make very good relationship with that informal communicator and the spy, and he passes the information what's going wrong in the team. Anyway, whenever there is some team is managed by some senior people also, certain things always goes wrong, and this information will not reach the top management. That's the team leader always try to hide it actually. So this person, this spy, will always pass the information informal through the top management. So by spy getting the information, top management getting the unofficial information, everyone is happy. So now what kind of information these people used to pass is that they pass that team leader is not working fine, all his colleague is not working fine, he alone works without any support. This kind of message only he always tries to put. So this kind of message always informally reaches the top management, and often if he gets some opportunity to help others, he nicely helped the people who approached him. And background, he used to tell, I only helped him. But the person, even unnecessarily, may can say to the top management also, I received the help from person, he helped me a lot. But the version he gives to other top management, this person doesn't know anything. I only made work for him. Such impression he makes, and so this kind of way, he actually, what he does is that he create an impression to the top management that I am committed enough to be promoted to the team leader. But he always try to maintain the good rap of the team leader too. So this way, they tries to go to the next level, and is there some other on-site opportunities or whatever good opportunities is there, they try to capture this information. So I covered one kind of politics, how the so this is the way they try to get closer to the top management, some informal people or space, or even the top management have certain interests like cricket, sports or something, they try to get along with that common interest. They try, organization level, they are in different level. If they have some common interest, that interest these people will catch. These people also will try to get involved in that activity so that they can get closer to the top management. So some way, one or other way, they will try to get connected with the top management. Through that connection, they try to pass the information. That's all. This is the way the politics who get easy promotion, they are getting, and this is the heading of this video. Formula to get success. This is the formula. I explained the formula in this duration. Hereafter, I am coming to cover the different aspects actually. That is what now the another topic is that how the people who not interested to do politics, what they should do, I am explaining. So here the people who not interested to politics, please note that actually there are two ways to grow in life. One is pleasing the people who are in your top position and making yourself fit for going towards top position. What do I mean by making yourself fit for going top position is that without any recommendation, any favor from top management, you should demonstrate that you are capable for doing get promoted. When that when somebody this politics and pleasing top authority, when they have 70% skill for taking the responsibility, just because of the favor of management, they are getting the job or getting promoted. So let's consider that they should have 100% skill to get promoted. Even when they only have 70% skill, they are getting promoted only because of the management or the top level support. But when you want to get a promotion, for 100% skill, you need to show that 150% skill. But don't think that that person is getting 70% competency, even after you are having 150%, you are getting promoted and luck is not with you. It is not the case. Actually, you are putting all the effort on improving yourself. That person putting only half of his effort on the work and rest of the energy and people pleasing or people management he is putting. So at the end, if you compute the actual effort required to get promoted remains same only. And in my personal view, even I do recommend the second option. Rather than pleasing the people, put investment on yourself, develop your competency and grow up in your ladder. Because this people pleasing and politics have the only advantage within the organization. But if you develop your skills across if you develop your skills, that has value across the society, across the industry. So you are not required to rely on one company, one manager. Once after you develop your skill, you are competent for anywhere. So this is the second point. Whether what the people who are not interested to do the politics, my personal, I can't say, I don't want to say it's advice. I want to tell that's my view. What my view on that is this. Because advice is the big word, I don't want to take that word here. And third point, do really politics really required in the office? Particularly in the corporate world. Simple answer, I am saying not. Still it is happening. So I will justify my answer why I am saying that it is not required. See, in corporate world there is no vision. Even top management doesn't know what they are going to do after 3 years. So how, when they say, when you going to stay in an organization for a long, if you do politics and you are certainly sure that you are going to get retired from their office, you need to some extent you need to maintain good relation with your manager, rather than it is equally important, rather than improving your technical skill. You need to get closer, at least not get closer, at least you should maintain, not you should maintain certain relation with the manager. There is no other alternate. If you are working for a government companies like ISRO and all, their manager promotions are given only based on this managers upper managers feedback. So rather than so they're improving technical and improving on the and getting closer with the management are equally important. But in case of software industry, there is no vision. After 2 years, 3 years, if certain company have 3 year work, it's a great thing. Normally, even Infosys, Wipro, or many companies want to have the project which are 1 year contract. After 1 year, there is no certainty the customer will come back to us or not. So they are working in a very there is no the company top management itself is not certain. At certain cases, they altogether they will sell the company to some other and they will go the merger, acquisition, many things usually happen in the company. So to get your position within the company by doing politics, you improve your skills and get promoted to the top level. Actually, still you are getting into the people management, or you are asked to manage certain people, you not at all required to bother about office politics, because once certain team is assigned to you and you want to get the work out of them, you need to do certain politics. There is no alternate for that. Anyway, why you require to do the politics when you want to manage the team, I am not going to discuss in the system. Actually, that is the management lesson. Why managers are playing dirty politics and why politics are promoted by managers, totally different topics. But managers can't live without politics, because they want to run the show, they want to get the work out of people, so they need to play a lot of dirty games. But as long as you are a worker, or you are doing coding and designing and all those things, you least bother about the politics. Rather than getting into the politics, you are getting, if you keep you away from the politics, that will give mental peace and you can actually work. Don't get disturbed by the promotions of the other, whoever doesn't have the capability. That's what I like to say. So now I covered 3 topics. Basically covered 3 topics. I am revamping to you. Basically, why, how the success would be, how the key formula to getting promotion, and what should be done by the people who are not interested in politics. And third point is that is really politics is required. And fourth point is that for most important, there are certain times people are being punished for not doing politics. Yes, it is true. You may get wonder, how do they punish this? That they used to say that you are not up to the mark, you are not finished your job, and we put it into the performance improvement, or we are asking you to leave the company. Often this happens also in the company, and this time certain extent they should have done the work, but they not done the they shouldn't have done the politics, or they not what I can say, they not created any connection with the top management. So when certain problem comes, they try to fire the person who done average, and they don't have any connection with the top management. They are the one, they are usually getting fired and they are being punished in the company. So here I want to tell 2 things. You yourself investigate and you find whether you have done the right job or not. Here I am telling the right job. If you have done exceptionally well, they don't give promotion, but they will allow you to continue in the work. But if you do the ordinary work, average work, and if you are not interested to create the connection with the top management, there are possibility that you are being getting punished. That punishment in the sense there are chances to get fired when certain crisis happens to the company. In certain scenario, you try to understand your true position, whether you do have real competency in that real competency. If you have real competency, you don't get demotivated of this firing or whatever happens. You try to identify the job in another company. You will damn sure you will get as a junior resources always get the job in another companies. But certain times your evaluation will say that you are not competent enough. So what you should do, do that, you try to understand what is your major weakness. If it is the knowledge is the only problem, you try to understand things better and develop your knowledge and go away. And you software skills, if you don't have the basic skills of programming, understanding the things faster and all those things, basic things if it is missing, I am requesting you, don't please continue in this industry. And if you continue in this industry, then your future will be like hell actually. So once after knowing that certain things are not working for you, continuing in that industry just for the sake of money, it's not going to benefit in the long run. Instead of getting out of industry in the 25th or 23rd age, at the age of 30 you will be asked to leave the industry. That time it will be more panic than 23. So when you understand that this industry is not for you, I request you to do the proper research. Where do you fit and go there. There is no alternate, and there is no one to help you in this in our Indian culture. When you have certain job and when you are asked to leave the job, your family and friends will tell that you already have experience, you try this, don't leave the job. All those big things will tell. And when if you are not married, they will don't get the girl. If you are unemployed, if you are married, they used to tell that you can't run family and making money is very tough. All those things are true only, I am not denying that. Apart from that, your life and your happiness is also important. For your life and your happiness, your career should be major important point. So if you understood that if you are not fit for certain field, try to find another alternate field where you can fit. It can be very ordinary field, even irrigation, sales, whatever it may be. If you found you are fit for that, you please do that job. At one time, if you have competency, you will definitely go high on that area. No job and no work is bad when you have true competency on that area only you can grow higher. It is not which job is paying high is not always your job. Okay, I told what is actually required for the people who are getting punished. And the last and foremost topic is that during our discussion, many times we have told that authority, people who have power and all those things. So here I am going to explain two people. There are authority who have asked to manage the team, and already I told that they left with no option. Whenever you are being in the top position, you need to play politics, no other alternate. Without playing politics, they can't make the work get done. So, but I will come to the point. How they manages the team. This point you need to understand. Then only you can. It is very much interested to understand the organization setup, how it is happens. So here I tell you one thing. First thing, before going into the discussion, they are also just like us. They are also ordinary people, but they are given higher responsibility, and when certain high responsibility given to them, and there is no one to manage them or dictate them what they are supposed to do. Without management, without that such pressure, certain people really does the work and help the team, and certain people just put the pressure on the people who are sitting, who are in the hierarchy bottom to them, and pressure them and make the work get done, and take the credits to them. So I will tell two kind of managers. And if you found that your top management is not good, then also you don't stay with that organization. I will tell two organizations. First, let me start with the good organization and good structure. Who is the good manager? The manager, basically, you need to understand, manager is the one who tries to understand the work first actually. He should have the vision. He shouldn't be the one who gets the work from the outside world and give that work to the team. Instead, he should have the work, what kind of work we can do. So he should have the imagination, or he should have the vision, okay, this kind of work we can do. Thereafter, he should identify the right people who and all can do this job. So he has the vision, what kind of job can be done, and what kind of people is required. Whenever, okay, it is fine. Again, once after recruiting the people, every people have strength and weakness. He should rightly identify their strengths and weakness. Once after identifying that right strength and weakness, he should identify the right person to the right job. And once after now the team of 10 people are set up, now the manager job is just to understand how to expand it to the 20-member team. This is the ideal manager supposed to do. What the ideal manager supposed to do is that he should have the vision, he should understand his team's strengths and weakness, and he should always try to keep that team safe, in the sense safe. What I mean by team safe means people should be assigned with the right task. If they get struggled in anywhere, he is the ones should give the solution how to get out of that issue. So now I explained who is the right manager. Now I am explaining who is the not right manager. So just like that, instead of understanding what they are doing and what's supposed to be done, there are certain managers, they get the work from the top management without understanding what is being mentioned there. They will pass to the team and they will just put the pressure. I want this work to be done, not so and so did. I don't want any explanation. This is their talk. This is the way they used to talk. And even that second level technical, they will pass the work to the last level employee, and they used to tell that you understand the job and let me know if you have any doubt. Anyway, we want the delivery to be done, not so and so date. Please here understand, manager doesn't understand the job. The technical position, who's technical lead, doesn't understand the job, and he provides the work to bottom level, low level, and he is telling that please do the job, and if you have any queries, come back to me. When the top level people itself, they don't have the competency to understand the job, this bottom people has to understand. And in this scenario, certain deliveries will be missed. Here what they will used to do, they will target one person and they will put all the problems to him. Because of him only delivery is not happened, and they will punish that person. So in this team, people are very cautious. We should always very careful, and things should not come. The blame should not come on us. So they always, this team works like that. Everyone keep finger on other. Because of you it not happened. Because of you it not happened. Whole team structure itself, the team itself is kind of very they are not united to solve the problem. Instead, they point each other, saying that because of you only work is not done. And this kind of setups, please don't stay. So overall, I covered what is actually happens in the office politics and what is required. If you find it is useful, please like it and do share it with your friends. Thanks a lot.